For some reason, I can't feel like my little forehead by my nose. You know that little forehead you got?
It's early for Uncle Joey.
But I drank like I still had pizza in me or something that would you normally soak up my alcohol. So I woke up shaky today.
When I seen you at the store, were you already on your way? Were you guys on your way, or
Yeah,
you
I
guys
was.
got the party
I was
started
already
later on?
Yeah, I was already taking shots.
You know,
Did you ever go deep like that? You never were a huge drinker, were you? Like, did you go deep?
there's nights. The only way to kill that 8-ball is with some Remy Martin, Jack.
Yep.
You know, whether you like it or not. You're drinking Remy, you're drinking Scotch, you're drinking vodka with no mixes. You know, you go to people's house at 3 in the morning. They don't have. Not everybody has a full bar. They'll say, "Well, we got a half a bottle of Dewar's Black and milk," and there you are, like Jesus Christ. Looks like I'm doing. How many ice cubes you got? We only got one tray. Damn. I loved it because I could handle it. Like the Coke would burn right through the beer. Like beer was nothing to me.
Yeah.
Budweiser's in a can. Bring them soldiers on, dog. Put them in the freezer. I could talk shit.
To me, cigarettes is a must too. You have to have cigarettes. If you don't got cigarettes, you're just gonna be stressed out, looking for stuff on the floor.
That's how I quit smoking cigarettes the first time. I went home with like an 8-ball with no cigarettes because once I had a gram in me, I'm not going out of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't leave with the paranoia. You're not gonna leave.
No.
So after I went through that one night in my head, I go, if I could stay with an 8-ball without doing cigarettes all night, I could do anything without cigarettes. That's all. You roll that up for breakfast, right? You get a cup of coffee.
Okay.
You put that coffee down. Let me tell you something. You hit 2 drinks of that coffee and you spark up that first cigarette. How good is it, gentlemen?
It's insane.
Then after a half a cup of coffee, you hit the joint. And then after the joint, that cigarette, as you put that cigarette to your lips, lighter goes up and you take that first puff. That was the hardest thing about quitting cigarettes was I couldn't light up a cigarette after a good joint.
Weird though. I quit smoking when I went to prison because
Yeah,
you couldn't
got
get
no
them in the
choice.
county.
Yeah,
In the county, you can't get them.
Yeah, you got
so
no choice. And then once you go to where your destination, you're like, I already quit for 10 months. What am I going to start for again?
Yeah, the coffee thing's the worst. I have to have a cigarette.
That's the whole thing. This morning I went to put the coffee in and my wife forgot to put the water in. Sometimes I go in there and take a shower real quick. If I would have came out, that house would have been smoking because your thing blows up. The bottle gets so hot, it just blows up. I was pissed. I couldn't imagine waking up and not having coffee with my joint in the morning. That to me, outside in the balcony, you hit that pipe one time at 6:15, you're brand new, dog.
Yeah.
It balances out the caffeine. The caffeine's a little smoother now. These are all different things you learn with age. It's like just little things. Like yesterday, my wife made cream corn. But then you and I went to Vegas and went to strip steak. Remember, they have cream corn with little pieces of jalapeno in it. Right. That takes cream corn to a complete different
Esquite,
level.
right? That's what it's called in Spanish?
Yeah.
Esquite? Yeah.
What cream corn with jalapeno?
It doesn't have to be creamed. I've had it with just regular corn and serranos.
Oh, it's delicious. Corn with some spice. I get mustard. I want to lose weight. Oh, I got $6. I don't even know why I got on this conversation. I just love
cream corn
Oh
in a while,
my God!
man.
With mashed potatoes, when you bang
Yeah.
the cream into the potatoes, with an Italian chicken cutlet with breaded. Oh, that's my favorite. With
Now,
cranberry juice.
You don't eat it out of a can, right? How do you make cream corn?
Well,
'Cause all I've
listen,
ever seen is the can.
Okay, Gentiles, take a can of cream corn, put it in a pot, stir it, and give it to you. Uncle Joey, you put a little garlic, a little pepper, a little dab of salt. You put some homemade whipped butter. That's cream corn, not out of a can. For Thanksgiving. Those are the people. I don't go to the house. You got to dope everything up. I'm sorry if I get angered because my wife is a Gentile. Listen. You come to Lee's house and have him cook you Dinty Moore's beef stew, and come to my house and have my Dinty Moore beef stew. I tell people the best Christmas I ever had was my Christmas in the joint in the age unit. Whipped up a Christmas meal. They might have the HIV, but
we made tamales in ours. We got Doritos, tortillas. We crushed them up with a little bit of milk, and we made it masa. We had roast beef. We put the roast beef in. It was
Are
a
you
little
listening
one.
to this? Are you listening
It was
to
a
this?
little one, and then like, yeah, dog. It was crazy. I was tripping out. Like, we really have tamales, dog. It was 2, but those are the best tamales ever.
tons of food you could whip up, and people won't even know. But you don't want to do it all the time. Steakums will kill you.
Yeah.
You know, my friend was telling me today, Dog, I went to this place and they had White Castle burgers. They weren't that good. I'll tell you what. I'll buy a box of White Castle burgers from Ralph's. You come over. You come over.
No, would you ever like go and buy like some nice buns and just use the meat? Because that bun is.
No, it's
White Castle?
Yeah.
It
No,
tastes
because that's what makes the White Castle a White Castle.
We need a White Castle out here. I'm surprised that there isn't a White Castle on the West Coast. We should franchise one and put it like right in the middle of
Sons
Hollywood.
of Anarchy thing they're doing. They're
What?
serious, man. If you're Mexican right now, if you're a Mexican American comic, and especially with your look, I'd be getting ready. I'd be lifting some weights, getting some tats, learning how to ride a
Already
motorcycle.
Yeah, I got all that.
They're
already.
serious. This is real, man.
Yeah?
This is real.
I mean, I don't know if they would cast me.
No, they're gonna cast Redban instead. They're gonna cast you. It's
I wouldn't even know how to get in though, Joey.
It's very easy. We find out who the casting person is. They're looking to find a job. Remember, a casting person is looking to cast that job. People always say, well, I don't have an agent. You don't need a fucking agent. You just need to put feelers out there
Okay.
and say, listen, when you hear about stuff, let me know. And you know what? You just if I didn't have an agent, I just get the casting agent book, see which ones aren't on lots.
What does that mean, aren't on lots?
If a casting agent is on a Fox lot, you're never going to see her.
Okay.
Because you got to go through security. But there's a lot of casting agents like that are on Larchmont. There's a street Larchmont by Paramount. There's 6 casting directors. You could walk into their office and drop your headshot.
Oh,
and they'll
shit.
go, what's this for? And say, I just want you guys to have this on file. But the assistant will look at you and go, okay. And it was a well-known church on Fridays. They sold weed on this side, and the church took a piece of it. I was broken, but Lefty Cortina, that was his name. And when I got left back, they used to forge my report cards. Her aunt was a great forger. She figured out the printing system before anybody. She would white it out and then put Scotch tape and then remove it and then reprint it. It was better than a report card. The paper, it was amazing. So I became friends with them. That's where I first saw Saturday Night Live, where I went over there and I'm like, this sucks. And they were like, it's funny.
How do you stumble into a forger? Like this is like
She
the
wasn't
only
a forger.
person.
She was we were young kids. They went to Catholic school, the
It
girls.
was the hustle. I mean, everybody had their hustle.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Jackie, her aunt, lived upstairs. They owned the house. The guy that lived downstairs was Martin and Maricon that was friends with my mother all those years. In fact, if you watch, I don't know if they're going to keep it, This Is Not Happening. That's who I told the story about. Martin and Maricon he was a designer in the daytime. He put suits together for Elton John.
Well, you should have figured it out right there.
I knew because they called him that. In the mid-'70s, he had a connection to like the best Coke that was coming in. So my mom kept him around the bar, and he sold Coke at the bar. And one day when I was a kid, there was a misunderstanding because there was a game that my mom had at the bar. You know that thing that you slide?
Yeah,
and
with the salt on the
with
board.
the salt on the board.
cool.
And it was in the line of gunfire. What if these two guys decide to put a piece out on Martin?
Oh, yeah.
But Martin had the piece on him. Martin had the upper hand.
Yeah, he was a
He
drug
got
dealer.
close to them, and my mom kept saying, "Martin, put the gun away. You're in Coco. Coco's here. Put the gun away, Martin." And Martin put the gun away and walked out like he held the gun. Guess what? The next day he knocked on my door and he goes, "Listen, your mom's mad at me. She doesn't want me at the bar, but I'm over here to apologize to you." And I go, "Listen, you got nothing to apologize to me. You're my new hero."
Was that your first time you ever met a drug dealer?
No, at my mother's bar.
Okay.
No, I just knew. I just made believe. Like at that age, they would do bumps in front of me. I'd be in my mom's office, like playing with a model, and my mom would come in with Martin or another chick, and they'd be discussing, and I could hear my mom going, "No, he's okay." And all of a sudden they'd be doing lines, and I'd give them like a dirty look, and they know to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of toys did you grow up with that were your favorite? You know, like our age was like G.I. Joes and Transformers and video games. But
Dog, I was a big G.I. Joe fan. Let me
big
tell you
G.I. Joe? The original G.I. Joes. The big ones.
and with the kung fu grip.
Yeah.
I was such a G.I. Joe fan.
Those were like the Barbie doll versions where you could actually put clothes on them and like...
Listen to me, dog. I had cousins that were girls, and I would go down there in the summers, and they had the Barbie dollhouse. The Barbie dollhouse had a pool and a garage, and you could suntan and a shower.
You were jealous of the Barbie house?
So
No, you
one
used
day,
it, right?
I went home and I figured out I'm going to the toy store. And I'm buying a Barbie dollhouse. And I'm buying a Barbie doll. And G.I. Joe could live in her crib. I must have been about 9. I walked down that hill with that Barbie doll in that bag. And people were like, what's in the bag? G.I. Joe. Nothing. I went home. I built that Barbie dollhouse in the garage.
How big was it?
It was one that it was a box. First of all, it was a box and it came with a hinge. And you turned the hinge around and you opened it. And it was like 4 different stages. And it had furniture that I could set up outside, like Barbie by the pool, Barbie in the dining area, Barbie's bedroom, and this.
What color was everything?
You know, purple and pink. And Barbie, purple and pink. That's what it was.
So how did you explain this to G.I. Joe's friends?
I just G.I. Joe. There was a white G.I. Joe and a black G.I. Joe. Okay, I didn't have to explain nothing. And they both had a kung fu grip, and they both had Cuban beard. So I used to have like parties in my head, like have G.I. Joe come over and play with Barbie and talk to Barbie, like, how are you? And my mom found it. And I got home from school and everybody was sitting there. They had men sitting there. And my mom was like, talk to these guys, please. They're going to talk to you, ask you some questions. Why would you buy that? And I'm like, listen, G.I. Joe was bored, okay? You know, when you're an only child. Why are you giggling, Lee?
Lulu Plus.
Hulu.
Gratis.
Hulu. What Lulu?
2 semanas.
Hulu. HULU plus.com. The basement.
Yeah.
Okay? Every building had a sign with like a thing, and it had danger, and you went down there, and white people would put tomatoes and Tang. I love Tang, by the way. Tang with vodka for 6 in the morning at somebody's house. You know, you're depleted, you got no sperm, you're all out of Coke, and all of a sudden you find Tang, you make an orange juice drink, vodka drink with Tang and some ice cubes and a lemon. Woo!
Yeah, we used to do Tang with Thunderbird.
Tang, oh my
What's Thunderbird?
Thunderbird's like a
Boone's Farm for Puerto
Oh,
Ricans.
yeah. Strawberry Field. Compressors.
sells lighters at the daycare.
Take care.
Take the ones you used to steal. Sells them.
Nah, her daycare's cool, man. They're little kids. There's 2 little Hindu twins that are girls. They're all little boys, man. She's friends. Her best friend is a black deaf kid with the things on his head. Xavier, and I talk to the parents. I talk to him. When I come in, I look at him. He looks at me, and I just put my hand out. And he walks over and just knuckles me and runs away.
Have you ever? I forget the name of it, but it's like a personality test. It's like the big personality test that they use for relationships. And I just took it the other night, and it was weird how red it was.
Whoa,
but no.
Wait, how red it
Why
was?
would you
Right.
take a personality test?
Why not?
No. I want to hear the whole story.
Paula said, "Do you want to take it?"
Do you follow what I'm saying to you? Do you see
Yeah.
how I live
And I
life?
said, "Yeah."
Why would you want to take a personality test?
Why not?
Listen, you want to test your personality?
Yeah.
Get an Asian's credit card
Okay.
and try to buy records. That's where your personality
Where
comes
do I get
in.
an Asian's credit
I
card?
don't know. Take that card and go buy a magazine. If you can pull it off,
I can't.
you got my personality. You're going to waste your time with a test. Who judges this test?
It's an algorithm. It's
All right,
it's the
so
same
hit me,
stupid
hit me.
test that you take when you're applying to like a job.
All right, so what they tell you? You
But-
got personality?
No. But the question I have is like, is she like an introvert, extrovert? Because like when you were saying 10, all I could think of was like I'm an introvert, and like I would like love that. So like, can you tell that already at like 3 years old?
What?
Like it's like her personality, like introverted, extroverted, like
No, I can't tell.
What kind of questions were on this test?
Yeah.
I don't know, like stupid. Like, do you agree? Like mostly, logic is better than acting. Like it would be better that no one got hurt, or you were right. It's like stupid things like that. I don't know, but it was cool. Like it's crazy how we're all the same, but then we all have like there's 4 people here, but we're all extremely different. Like why aren't we all the same?
Because that would be a bad joke if God did that to us.
That would be boring.
Also, it's where we grew up, you know, what we liked and what we were able to see.
How many fingers were put inside of us? With by who?
Thankfully, my number's low. Also, you gave me acid in like 600 milligrams. So that does happen
I feel like I'm on
sometimes.
acid right now.
Yeah.
Lee, you're tripping, aren't you?
No, he's not
yet.
tripping. That's just going to get him ready for this weekend. That's
crazy.
Because once we do the grand opening, I got the liquid acid we're dropping on sugar cubes.
How's that different?
No, strychnine, bro.
Horses. Oh, yeah, you'll see little horses.
It's great. The bad thing about the liquid, though, is I used to sell it a long time ago. And you have this like vial, and then you just take out a sugar cube, and you're like, $5. And you'd like do one drip. One time I like did it and it just like a bunch came on it.
You're not doing my dropper. No, you're not. I'm doing my own dropper. Oh my god!
But I was doing it with a girl, and I was like, oh, I can't give her that one.
Can I put him in his eyeballs?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in your
You're not
eyeballs.
getting anywhere near my eyeballs.
Sure. Put him in your eyeballs.
I always wondered if that could ever do anything. My friend used to do it, and
I don't
he's.
think.
Yeah, I don't know.
People were getting crazy
Let's
when
see,
I was
purple for
growing
the
up.
rest of my life.
It got crazier and crazier. You know, somebody puts acid in your eyeball. You got an eye patch. You can't get a job as a driver.
Yeah, Raider.
Is the acid nowadays still last like 11 hours or so?
No.
Is it not strong?
This stuff, for us to fly, we had to take 2 hits a piece.
Speak for yourself.
Listen, no, that you didn't see. You were home at 2 in the morning last time. You fell asleep at 5. It wasn't. You didn't see nothing. You giggled with Ari.
Stuff went around.
No.
What am I supposed to see?
If you would have called me and said, Joey, that was last night, the devil pulled up a chair and told me, nah, sang me a song.
Why does it have to be that? Why can't it just
That's
be
what you do it for.
Because that's
Oh
what
my
you do
God.
it for.
You want to see the walls turned into water and like your hands just melting off your
No,
bones.
that's the exact thing I don't want to have.
And then you get in the bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror and your mom, your sister, your brothers inside your own face.
Wait, man, what happens to us?
What?
I don't get on them. I'm scared. So
Oh, really?
I have it on my phone, but I'm still petrified.
Why?
I don't know. I hear all these stories.
What about Austin? They Lyft, Uber's competitor, has a self-driving fleet in Austin now.
Are you serious?
If it's not live, it's about to be live. Yeah.
That doesn't. I didn't even think they were allowed.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to get. Listen.
I'm so excited for self-driving.
Listen. Pilots don't even fly the planes, but there's still somebody sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's still somebody sitting there. That means the world to me. I don't want to fly with just some headless horseman, and I'm gonna light, and all of a sudden the design goes off, and next thing I'm in Bulgaria, going off a cliff because I want to be cool and drive with a. Oh, I have a self-driving shot. One more shot because I love you. There's no place left to go. You know what I'm saying?
It is pretty
I
cool.
was a boy that had
Just try the lemon and salt.
diamonds. He was cool. He
Yeah.
gave me rain, and I kept my distance, burning up, down. One more shot, cause I love you. This is what happens when you eat 3 stars.
Feel the star, George?
I feel the star like the tattoo.
You gotta eat one with us, Redban. It's Sunday night.
Yeah.
I gotta eat a star. You going to hang tonight? It's all over. Look at you. It's the beginning of the end for you tonight.
I just feel like that I don't have anything in my body.
But you're in training.
For what? There's never
You're
an
in
answer
training.
for it.
Listen, he's been in training since I met him. Every 6 months he gets a tidbit or something. He runs a few stairs, but he's always in training. He's out 6 nights a week, mixing it up, drinking, doing something. This kid lives it up.
Yeah.
He lives it up.
Almost lived
Honest
it
to
up
God.
all the way.
He really does. I gotta give him
Oh no.
something. Get a little halftime here.
Yeah, I used to always keep a little below around my house just in case if like that'd be one like man, I want to be around. Jesus Christ. Girl, come back to my house. Are you feeling it? I think you are. 'Cause you got the giggle face.
I'm feeling something. And we killed all the stars. Look at that.
There's one left over here.
Lee, we got chocolate for you.
Hey, does this look different to you?
Wait, let me show them. That's weird, but no.
No. All right.
I think I'm feeling something, but I don't think it's gonna be that much.
You're feeling it. You got those this shit tonight.
Oh Jesus Christ, right, man! I thought like the song was skipping. I was like, wait, is this a CD all of a sudden? No. What is happening? What's up, buddy?
That's what I used. I used to be the guy that would like when we're chirping, you know, be
That's
like,
terrible.
you know, like I would talk and just like start like stuttering, and they'd be like, wait, what'd you just say? You know what? You know what's really cool to do when you're chirping, Lee, is
that?
to get in a room and have just one lamp with like a light bulb in it, and just turn off all the lights. Turn off all the lights, right? And you just sit there in this complete darkness for like I don't know, like 5 minutes, and then you just flip the light switch on real quick, and then it will burn an image into your eyes, and then you could see like a ghost around. Like we would look at each other and just like look at each other's faces, and then flip the light real quick, and then I could see my friend's face just kind of still glowing there.
Joey, do you
Sweet.
want to stare into each other's eyes and do that
Do
with
it.
me? 'Cause
Come
I don't know who I'm gonna do it with.
Have you lost your mind?
You don't want to stare at each other's eyes.
Yeah, I want to stare into your eyes like a vampire. my God, hilarious.
I'd be embarrassed. I maybe I should go through my old account. Oh God, those have been so embarrassing.
I never, ever went like I didn't know about the computer when the dating sites and all the like. I couldn't imagine filling out a profile.
I know.
And then going on dates with creepy people, meeting them like at Denny's. And
Hell no.
I was always horrible at that. I was horrible at that stuff, like having to court you. Look, you're single, right? You got nothing going on. You work on an insurance company 9 to 5. You're $1,200 a week. Listen, let's get together. Let's join forces. What else you got to lose? Well, I don't know. My brother plays the harmonica. I don't give a fuck.
I liked it because like I was always too scared to just go up to a girl in a bar. Like,
Yeah.
that would be way too much for me.
Well,
Now I can maybe do
You
it.
don't want to
back
meet
then.
a girl at a bar anyway, man.
No,
Those are the worst relationships usually.
Yeah, but you know what? That's where you get your game from, your instinct.
Oh, yeah, I have
your
no game.
smoothness. Well, that's where it's like that's open micing it right now. Later, you get them at the club.
See, I believe in that. I
Yeah.
believe in going to a club, meeting a girl, and then going to that same bar Tuesday, and she's there, and you talk to her some more.
Yeah.
And then maybe that night you go home with her, and she's drunk, and you both pass out. You know what I'm saying? And then you start. I slept in your bed. Now let's push this forward. Well, we went too fast. Take me to the movies. All right. You take them to the movies. You take them to dinner. You swap, spit in the car. You rip their bra on. You're back at the house. That's it. The elephant's out of the room. But those 3 dates.
I hate that.
You know, do you like? Oh, really? You like Gwen Stefani? Oh my God! I can't wait to see what she names her. Right or wrong?
Totally
Yeah.
right.
I'm going home to do laundry. Take mine. Hold on 1 second. Let me give you a bag. What are you talking about? Oh, that's commitment. I'll get the sales next week. I go to sales. You know what? I'm going to dress up like a girl. Smack me with your heel.
Grab the G.I. Joe, stick it in my feet first. I can't handle the shoulders again this time.
Oh, my God.
The massage people always try to put their fingers in, like,
I
stop.
do not believe you still go to massage parlors in this day and age.
No, regular massage parlors. I'm not even talking about whack places.
There's no rock. Every place here, that's what the city's known for. 52. I got to pee every 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes I get in the car and I leave the comedy store so fast. Then I go to Laurel Canyon. Then I get home. By the time I get home, I got to pee. I run up the stairs. I run through the door. Guys, the first thing I do is I hit the hot water. And I let the hot water get hot. And I put not the regular house soap that my wife uses. Hanging out, opening up the door at the 7-Eleven. You ever touch the 7-Eleven? You get Bulgaria under your fingernails. It'll look like my big toe. You have to, I boil my hands before no matter how bad I got to pee. Sometimes I even feel the pee dripping. I boil my hand. I boil the fingertips. I pull the skin back, and I sit there. And once I pee, I wash my hands. You have to. When I fly with those towels now. Some guy breathing a bowl on your tabletop, and you're eating freeze-dried peanut from the airline. No, you're not going to get sick. But then when you take it out, a hair falls out, and it's always right there, floating right there. So you're going to go pee. I want you first of all, I don't want you to wipe it off, because then the sides of your hand might get the thing between the toilets. Don't even touch it. Mind your business. Just take toilet paper, put it down, then sit down, and pick up an extra inch. You like going to yoga? That's yoga. And pee like a horse, and then come back to me. That's all you want to do. I don't ask for much, Lisa. You know what I'm
And
saying?
wipe front to back. You know, where
Listen, I'll take it marinated either way, Cajun or American. You know, Uncle Joey. And all of a sudden you hear noises like the bottom of a cake. Like you hear that.
I always like.
It's Sunday night. NBC Sports has what? Family night? It's the round table tonight. We still got an edible left, ladies and gentlemen. A punch, 200 milligram milk chocolate. You know, if you eat chocolate, it's good for the heart, George Perez.
Yeah, but them edibles is dangerous.
George Perez, you're looking dark tonight. You're looking dark.
I've been cleaning the yard.
This edible gave you those Johnny Sanchez little bag.
I had the Aries Spears dark on.
I go, what's with the silence, guys? What? I say something wrong here?
No, I'm high.
It's a good. No, what's the purpose of the show?
I know. I feel you. I'm having a great time.
The purpose of the show is to come on a Sunday night and get high and chitter chat a little bit.
I just I've done a lot of coke and I've for some reason, I can't feel like my little forehead by my nose. You know that little forehead you get?
In real life or right
Right
now?
now, I can't feel this right here. Like I feel like if I'm an ornament.
Oh man, is that going to happen to me now?
No, I don't know.
I don't do coke and my thing is hurting me. My third eye is sore.
Your third eye is sore.
That's what your third eye is. When
Yeah.
you meditate,
Right.
and like you do the Kundalini, you have to look straight up at your third eye.
I thought you were talking about your brown eye.
No, and open it up. Nobody wants to open up the brown eye. Leave G.I. Joe alone. Leave G.I. Joe alone. Lee stays in. I just try to get him out of the house.
You got to get out.
I go get to the kettlebell. He goes to 24-hour fitness. He sits in the corner by himself on a eucalyptus. He watches a movie while he's on the eucalyptus. He doesn't even live life. Since I met him, all I asked him is go out and live life with some. You hang out with a 52-year-old fat ex-felon who's a comedian. Go get some friends that are 27. He's not a druggie, Lee. He loves it because it's his favorite activity like mine. What do you do after you smoke weed? You go eat and you go home. Who's better than that? Listen, at the end of the day in my world, nothing's better than stopping, getting 3 tacos and going home.
Nothing.
And taking your shoes off, throwing them on the floor and going. And you look at your pack of cigarettes and you got enough you got 3 for tonight and 1 for breakfast to get you back to 7-Eleven. That's the struggle. Lee won't, bro, I'll call Lee on a Friday. He stays in till Sunday. No sunlight. He would be in every night watching computer videos and Jew music, people jumping up and down in Israel.
Tell me more about these computer videos that you seem to watch.
I don't know. I don't know what he thinks I do all the time. There's like a video like 10 minutes. There's so many hours.
So when you sit there,
What are you talking
when I
about?
call you at 8 in the morning, I call you back at 2. I
Yeah.
call him at 8, we're talking, I'm about to make breakfast. And I call him at 2, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, getting together, getting ready to leave. Getting ready to leave?
Yeah.
I talked to you at 8. It's 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You didn't leave yet?
No.
What do you do in those 6 hours?
Make breakfast.
Okay, that's 10 minutes.
Yeah, you watch a little TV. You go on. You take a shower. Just maybe pack a T-shirt. I don't know.
Take a personality test.
Yeah, take a personality.
Do you like sleep? How many hours a day do you get?
I don't get enough because he for a year and a half, 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. So
Jesus.
now I just naturally wake up at that time.
Wow. Well, it is good. It's I think waking up early is one of the best things you could
So
possibly
I
ever
call him
do.
at 4 in the morning.
Well, that's a little,
If I wake up at 4 in the morning,
that's insane.
if I wake up,
And he goes, I'm sorry to wake you. No, you're not. Why would you call me at 4 in the morning if you're sorry to wake me to talk to me about nothing?
I wake him up and talk to him about counting 20s and looking out the window. And I just say good night. He goes back to bed.
This is why I
I
can't
went
have
to
friends.
Emerson
What am
College. I got a nice family. I got this guy calling me at 4 in the morning, talking about Jews and how they got to be strong.
That's so funny.
Oh, my God.
Lee, are you ticklish?
Yes.
May I, Joey?
No, don't tickle him, please. Don't tickle him. He'll have a nervous breakdown. You have no idea.
Do you?
I tried the lead joke last night. Didn't work. I didn't say it right.
What's the lead joke?
About my friend that came over for Christmas.
Oh.
And we were watching the thing, History of Christ, and we got high. And he got up and said, "Oh, my God, turn that off. I can't believe my people did that."
You said that.